Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project panning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. Today I am very excited because I get to update you on the first full month of use of my Pan Those face palettes, and I'm very excited to share my progress and my thoughts on these items. So we're going to start with the one that doesn't have as much of an impact on the year. Actually, I want to grab my pack first, not pack, my gosh, my booklet where I keep all my information because I have to weigh these and I want to weigh them on screen. So the first one is the Tarte Skin Twinkle Lighting Palette. And so I have used this about, I would say in total, 30 times, with 10 from last year and like 20 from this year, something like that. And that is a go between all three of the items in here. Now, I can actually see a bit of disturbance happening. I can see where I'm starting to wear stuff away, but it essentially still looks really brand new. That is probably going to be the best. You're going to see it look natural, but there's a lot of usage in this area up here. This one has a little bit of a, maybe like a tiny, teeny, tiny dip starting, and this one just has worn away across the top. So there's not a whole lot of like obvious usage, but I can see the brush strokes. I can see that I've started to use this, and that makes me really happy that my stuff is starting to look really loved. Now I'm going to swatch these for you, of course, because I want to share with you what they look like. So, I mean, yeah. There's two highlighters and one setting powder, and I have the setting powder on a lot of my face today. So this one is I think the softer highlighter. This is more like Lit From Within Glow. This is the setting powder. You can see it's very nice on my skin tone. It's like the perfect shade. It's a little bit brightening, but it's really, really neutral. And then this one here is that like really shiny, reflective highlight. And I just adore them. I think all of these, excuse me, all of these perform really, really well on me, and I enjoy them all. Is it necessary in my collection? No. And do I have other ones that I prefer more? Yes. So I do want to be able to at least make this look incredibly loved and use it as much as I can throughout the year. But I do have a very, very large highlighter selection that I need to tend to. So that's why this one isn't, I'm not trying to pan it. I'm not trying to even hit pan. I just want it to look incredibly used. If I hit pan, that's great. That's only a perk, but it's just to use it as much as I can throughout the year. So let's go ahead and weigh this one. I just have something in the way here, sorry. I have my scale in a drawer, and I had something in the way of the drawer. So, all right. So we were starting at 113.33 grams, and we're now at 113 even. So that makes me really happy. I've used a decent amount of product there. For me, that's a decent amount when I'm using so many other, like the setting powders in here as well and stuff like that. So that tells me that I'm at least using the highlighters and the setting powder, and I'm getting some use. So that's lovely to see. The next item I'll show you is the Tarte Color Wheel Amazonian Clay Blush Palette. And I hate that it's round. And that was the leaning force into me selecting this one. Even though there is a ton of product in here, there is 10 different items that weigh 2.4 grams. So there's a lot of product in here. So I don't expect that I'm going to pan this year, but I'm definitely starting my journey of getting these used up. This is what the palette looks like now. And of course, a lot of this still looks relatively new, with the exception of this one right here. This one's looking incredibly used. I do have that one on today, and I do really like it. It's more of a highlighting blush, so it gives a nice luminosity and glow, and I really enjoy it. I'll swatch this one for you. I did have to use tape on it because it hard pans quickly, but yeah, that's the only downfall to that one, is that it definitely hard pans too quickly. It's a really bad swatch, but that's what it looks like. I just washed my hands, and so they're super dry. I need to put lotion. I should say that I have also really started to use this one, and it's really taking off the pattern of the product. So the pan itself did look like more like this one, but it's now starting to wear away the pattern, which is really, really exciting. And I also have worn away some of the pattern on this highlighter, which I should swatch for you so you can see what this one looks like. It's very beautiful, but again, it's another Tarte highlighter that, I mean, I could throw this one in a lotion and just be perfectly happy because it looks just like the other ones that I have here. So, and I have started using this one here. So there's disturbance in quite a few. And 2, I've almost completely worn away the pattern on the top, which is exciting. I have used these 2 brighter ones as well, but I'm just trying to use everything and see what I think. And so far it's been really nice, but you can tell that the palette is getting older. So I just want to use as much as I can. But this started off at 131.84. That seems wrong. It says 129.62. I'm just going to try this again. Hang on a second. How did I get through that much? I mean, I've used it a lot. Don't get me wrong. But 2 grams worth already. 129.61. Okay, something tells me that that's off, or maybe I weighed it incorrectly in the beginning, but nothing has changed. Oh, you know what it is? I probably weighed it with that plastic thing inside of it, and I ripped the plastic thing off. So that's probably what part of that weight is. There was a plastic piece that was perforated in one of these seams, and I had to rip it off because I couldn't deal with having that flopping around all the time. But that has now come out, so that's probably where some of that weight discrepancy is. So 129.61 is where we are at now. Then finally, we have the Kat Von D Shade Light Contour and Highlight Palette. And I have been going hard on this one. Hard. When I brought this in, it had pretty good dips in, I want to say 4 of the shades. The first 2 were, I think the first 2 are the medium colors. The middle 2 are the lightest, and the last 2 are the deepest. I could be wrong, but I feel like when I'm using it, the first 2 shades are like the contour shade is darker than the middle shade. So I will show you where I'm at. I have when I started, I had, like I said, 4 dips in the first 4, top 2 and top bottom. Oh my god. Top 2 and bottom 2. Yikes. And the last 2 had barely any dip except for the under eye setting powder is a little disturbed. There's quite a bit of use on that one, but not enough to make it a significant dip. And this is what we're looking like right now. So you can see I've hit 2 pans, which is these 2 right here. And you can see that this contour shade is deeper than this middle shade. So I think this one is the light set and this one's the deeper set for some reason. But I'll swatch them side by side because I know when I put them on. So this is the one that I think is the darker. This is the one that I think is the lightest. And it looks pretty accurate. I feel like this looks warmer and brighter. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And maybe that's the light one. But it looks darker on my skin, I guess. Or it looks like more of a shadow. But see, this is the one that I think is darker, and this is the one that I think is lighter. This is the middle shade, and this is the beginning shade. It could just be that they are similar in tone, but one is cool tone and one is warmer. Because that also looks, one is cool tone and one is warm tone. But anyhow, I'm very, very happy with my progress so far. I can't even believe I hit 2 pans. This pan I hit relatively quickly, so I've been starting to use the side of this to bring it down a little bit more. And this one I hit pan, I want to say 2 days ago. So that is a relatively new pan. And I tried to expand it so that I could show you the shine on the pan when it reflects, so that it was obvious to see. So yeah, I managed to get pan on two shades already. And that makes me feel great and makes me feel like I could potentially have those 2 out this year. So that's awesome. I am now kind of focusing on this one to try and get pan in that one because there's quite a significant dip. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell, but there's quite a significant dip in that one. I would say I'm almost to pan too. So my goal for February will be to hit pan in this one and to deepen this one and expand, of course, expand the pans on those. So I have a lot of goals. I wear this almost every single day. I am wearing a significant amount of it today, and I absolutely love it. It's beautiful, finely milled, soft, smooth, silky, perfect. It's lovely. My kid's getting yelled at because he keeps jumping off stuff off the furniture, and it's making the whole house shake. He's getting bigger, and he's just like parkour everywhere. Okay, so I want to weigh this one now. So we started at 220.28 grams, and we are now at 218.45. And I am just so pleasantly surprised with my success in this. I kind of had a feeling I would hit pan on them, but I thought maybe in the 3rd or 4th month of the year. But to hit 2 pans in the beginning of the year makes me really excited to get this used up. And I can actually see I have a pretty, now that I know like how deep the pans are, I have pretty significant dips in 2 more that I could, like these 2 that I could potentially hit pan on soon. So that makes me really happy. I'm really pleased with all of my hard work on these palettes. And even though I think the blush palette is probably going to take the longest because there's just so much blush in here and highlight, but I think I might pop these highlights out and put them into a lotion, because these ones I would actually do that with. I would pop these into a lotion, and the rest I would just work on, because I mean I love this highlight. It's very beautiful, but I have this like a million times over in my collection, and it's like way more impactful in other things, and this accents all of my texture and everything. So I think I'm going to eventually pop these 2 out and put them into a lotion, and that will definitely change the significance, like the weight of this palette, but I definitely think it's necessary for me to move forward in this palette because I won't be using those on my face that much. I may use this one a little bit in the summer. What kind of shade is that? That's a gorgeous shade for a deeper tone. But it looks just like a foundation powder or a finishing powder. Like it doesn't give, not even Lit From Within glow. It gives finishing powder. So I'm not even certain that I want to use these. I think I'm just going to put them into lotions at some point and just use the powders, like the blush powders. So that will probably happen, and we'll just go by the weight with that. And I know I'm going to finish my body lotions anyways. Whether I finish them in this year or not, I will still consider these done because everything will get finished at some point. So I'm jumping way ahead of myself as usual, but that is everything. I'm really proud of my first month, and I hope you guys are proud of me too, and that you share in my excitement, and maybe put a pink heart in the comments, maybe just because I saw pink on my shirt in the viewfinder, but put a pink heart in the comments and cheer me along. I hope you guys subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I hope you've enjoyed the video and hit that like button, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.